Welcome to Salvaterra Pottery's channel, where we show you how we create pottery from our production studio and gallery located in Weaverville, North Carolina.
Today we are going to make tumblers, and I am going to use a 1 pound ball of clay, and I'm going to make it in two different colors because some of my glazes like it better on the brown, and some of my glazes, well, specifically my reds, like white clay body. So I had a customer pop in the other day from outside of the area, and they said they watch my YouTube videos because they're learning how to throw, and they wanted to come and support Salvaterra Pottery because, as you know, I don't charge anything for my videos. I just say, if you want to support us, buy a piece of pottery, and you can do that by stopping by like they did, or you can do that by ordering off of our website, that is listed in the comments. So here we go. I have my clay completely centered, and I like to do this little T motion here to center, do my final centering. And now we're going to go down in the middle, and I just want to make sure I have a good shot there for y'all to see. I changed the angle for this video, and I'm hoping that it can show you more of what my fingers are doing from this angle. And one of the comments I've gotten was, we have a hard time hearing you on some of your videos. So of course I went out and I bought a little mini microphone. So we'll see how that works, and you can let me know how the sound is. For me, all the videos when I'm editing them sound fine, but I have had a couple people say we can't hear you. So let's see if this helps. And you can leave a comment and say, yep, hear you well. Nope, still can't hear you. And we'll try to figure out what the deal is with that. Okay, so if you've watched me throw before, you know that I like to not trim a lot of my pots. And I like to take any clay that's here that is excess, and push it back into the pot and use it. Because I'd like to use the whole full 1 pound of clay that I measured out for my piece. So here we go. We're going up again and spinning things out. So usually I start my wheel faster, and as I get closer to finishing the piece, I'm slowing it down. And you know, I teach once in a while, and there's just no reason to hurry. It's more important to perfect the shape of your piece than try to, you know, be in some kind of race or something and try to get your work done quickly, especially if you are more of a beginner than an advanced potter. All right, I'm going to take the water out of the bottom, because you leave the water in there, it's a good chance it's going to crack. I'm going to push this clay back in, and now I'm just going to refine this a little bit with my sponge against the outside. I like for the ridges to show a little bit. It is hand thrown on the wheel, and that's why I like leaving my ridges. It seems like it's a trend right now that people are really getting rid of their throwing ridges, and personally I like them. The glaze breaks over them, and again, it reflects how it was made. So I've got this tool here. I think it is intended to scrape off bats with. I don't know. I bought out somebody's studio at one point, and this tool came along with it. I've been using it to do the undercut on my pots. It's nice and sharp, and that is working well. So that's my new way of doing that. And then I'm going to take my fingers like this and go down over the pot to smooth out that rim, because nobody wants to drink out of a piece that it is sharp or hurting their lips or something. So let's cut this off. I'm feeling pretty good about that. And let's pick it up and see it. So I'm going to make about a dozen of these. I do not measure them. I don't use any kind of scale or anything. I don't measure the height of them. I've thrown for over 26 years, so I can pretty much get them all the same, close to the same height. And so I don't have to like measure. I also am not a perfectionist. I don't want to be a perfectionist. If somebody wants to have all the tumblers the exact same height, I kind of think like, why are you buying pottery? Because it is the little imperfections and the diversities of the pieces that say I am handmade. So That is the reason why, a couple reasons why I don't use any gauges or anything. I'm already starting with 1 pound of clay, which helps. I am also starting with a bat this is my small bat, which also helps to gauge the base. I'm not measuring it, but there's a lot to be said for kinetic memory. I think if you want to be a really good potter, it actually takes years and years to do it, because you slowly develop this kinetic memory and you learn what clay will do and what clay won't do. So you just have to stick with it, stick with it, stick with it. And that is how you become a good potter, is practice, practice, practice. I throw almost every day of the week and have for 26 plus years. So that's how you just get to this level. There's only one way to do it, and that is to keep working at it.
Let's take a quick look at these tumblers that I've thrown, and you can see where they are very close to the same height, but not exactly alike. The other thing that I noticed is that every single white one is taller than every single brown one. The two clay bodies are really different. The white seems to be more dense, and it was also stiffer, so it had less water, and I think that's probably why I could get some height with them. The brown clay I really like a lot. It has a lot of elasticity to it. It lets me stretch it, and so that's why I probably enjoy throwing the brown so much. But there they are, ready to move on to the next stage.